Pretty basic mistakes in this game by Tampa.
On 2nd and 15, this one's picked. Back the other way for the touchdown. It's Janoris Jenkins, a pick six.
It's now a member of the Lions with what is the biggest defensive play for Detroit so far on that sack. And a pick and a 6. It's going to be a touchdown for Chandon Sullivan.
Forward, he's down a starter as Wilson retreats off the play fake, and that's going to be intercepted, tipped, and picked off, and the Patriots will take the early lead.
Kalen Barrage is in. 5 in the secondary. 3rd and 6. Here goes Darnold out. Picked off on the play. He may take it all the way. That's Xavier Rhodes on the way for a touchdown. 180. Darnold is 13 to 22. Good block by the right tackle. Intercepted on the play. T.J. Carey. He's got blockers, and he's got a touchdown.
He throws and picked. That is Desir. Down the sideline and in for the touchdown.
We approach 4 minutes to play in this opening quarter. 2nd and 9. Buccaneers driving again. Brady intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And Davis is going to go all the way. Pick 6. Touchdown.
From the 25-yard line. Mullins throws, and it's picked off. And all the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
New kids on the block.
It's pretty amazing. That's such a cool story. Here he is. Throwing it over.
Oh, it's intercepted. Right to the hands of Edelman and Matthew.
But I think what you're finding on offense is they're trailing as much as the Giants are all season. Like 75% of the game, the Cowboys are
intercepted. Bouncing off the hands, and Fackrell has it. Gets a block, and Fackrell trying to find his way home, and he does.
Rivers steps up and throws. It's picked. Intercepted. And this is going to be a pick 6 for Harrison.
I think that'll calm him down. Take the hit. You feel okay? Step back up and do it again.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. He's intercepted. And there's an open field straight ahead for the run back and the touchdown.
Since the first time he saw him and just loves the way he plays the game.
Pass is picked. Intercepted. Back the other way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Up the middle they come. It's picked off on the play. It's Sorensen to the house. A pick 6. Daniel Sorensen.
Been a great 3rd down defense the last 2 weeks. The Steelers, and they've got an interception and a run back all the way home. It's Spillane with the touchdown on the pick 6.
12th year out of Georgia. And he's picked off. Off to the races is Kenny Moore. And it's a pick 6.
Off the fake to Sanders. He's the release, but an off-target throw is intercepted by Sione Takitaki. Pick 6 to the house for the Browns.
Frank Gore in the backfield as the Jets take over at the 4-yard line. A second look confirms the fumble and intercepted and touchdown.
Had just 185 yards against Carolina. They put up 7.
Oh, it's JJ who pulls it down and takes it home. Bears and pack. Here's a play made by the defense for the touchdown. Montez Sweat.
Booker remains. Crumbling pocket. It's intercepted and picked off on the play. This is Deion Jones. He'll take it all the way. Oh, what a change of events.
Goff to throw. Hit as he throws it. It's intercepted. It's another 49er takeaway. That's the rookie Kibble into the end zone. 49er touchdown.
The unanimous MVP of the league a year ago. 3rd and 4. Griffin throws an interception. That was an easy one to take back for the touchdown, Joe Hayden.
Put themselves one game below 500 and an opportunity to move deeper into the playoff chase if they can get the comeback in the second half, and it's not going to start that way. Joe Schobert, pick 6 for Jacksonville.
Intercepted. Troy Hill has a touchdown in back-to-back weeks. Touchdown Rams.
In the same ball game, that's an NFL record. On second down, Newton trying to set up a screen. He's picked. Back the other way and down the sideline is Kenny Young. He makes a move and ends up in the end zone with a pick 6.
They can maul you in the run game, and Rivers can dictate on 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5. Carr. Oh, a gift! It floats right into the hands of Willis. Touchdown!
49ers trying to work their way up from the bottom of the NFC West. Snap. Mullins throws. It's intercepted. It's another Washington takeaway. Cameron Curl. He's going to go all the way. It's a touchdown for the Washington football team.
Run he has of attempts without a sack. Now at 272. Making 273, but he threw a pick. Back the other way from Buffalo. Taron Johnson will score. Touchdown Bills.
Brian Flores did, as I said, some of the tough decisions he made at the beginning of the year, switching to Tua, and then Sean McDermott. But
Edwards picked off. Grab right here, Josh Norman. It's a pick 6.
2nd and 7. Little hesitation, but Scrubler's on it. Watch out, he's picked. Picked by Hill. Troy Hill running down the sidelines, now cutting back middle. He's in a foot race. Inside the 20, and if he doesn't fall down, he's home for the touchdown.
he's got to be able to try to corral that a little bit and know that it is not a positive for the rest of the team.
Watch out here. Picked. Williams. Touchdown Rams.
The backfield flanking Jackson. He stays in the block. Jackson fires, and that will be intercepted in the end zone by Johnson. Karen Johnson. And only Jackson can stop him now. Too late to the end zone. Touchdown.
Great. But he's facing a 3rd and 8 here. 4-man San Francisco rush. Golf pressure comes. He's intercepted. Picked off by Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw going to take it to the house. Waves goodbye for the touchdown. Crowd trying to make it more difficult now. Burrow throws. Intercepted. It is picked off, and on the run is Roquan Smith. Down the sideline. Smith gets a block all the way. The pick 6 for Roquan Smith. Murray.
And picked off. Vigil down the sideline. Still on the move. Touchdown Vikings. Woo! 37 yards.
Blitz coming. Ryan sees it. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off. Edwards has it all the way for the touchdown. On first down. Blitz coming. Ryan knocked way in the air. And that's going to be intercepted. And that's going to be returned for a touchdown by Edwards again.
2 interception touchdowns for Mike Edwards. Showed blitz, but backed off. Jackson fires, picked off at the 35-yard line by Ty Matthew. And the Honey Badger will take it all the way in for a touchdown. Tyrann Mathieu did not play last week. He was on the COVID list.
They're down a running back right now in James White, so we'll see how they contend with that.
They'll fake it to start. Oh, disastrous play to begin the half, and Malcolm Jenkins is going to cruise home for a pick 6.
Carlos Hyde pitches it back. They throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. Murphy. Touchdown, Arizona.
Including a Ryan Fitzpatrick highlight toss to the sideline. Carr gets rid of it. Intercepted. Landon Roberts is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
Hurts the throw, it's picked off. It's Trayvon Diggs down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. House call. Trayvon Diggs, pick 6. Touchdown, Dallas.
But I think we also have to give credit to Jerry Jones and Will McClay.
Here's a pick. There's 6.
32 for 167. 3rd and 5, and that pass is intercepted. Micah Hyde's going to take it to the end zone.
Defense has to make a stand. 2nd and 15. Quick throw, and it's intercepted. He's got another one, and he's got a field ahead of him. Diggs is going to take it to the end zone. Unbelievable.
Had that stint with the Titans early in the season, starting to get warmed up. Wentz faking the handoff there under pressure. Barely gets it out. It's intercepted. Disaster for Indianapolis.
Exactly what he was doing. 3rd down and 9. Herbert. Intercepted. Picked off. Phillips running down the sideline, and he's in. Touchdown, New England.
The line of scrimmage here on 2nd and 10. They bring it. It's picked up, giving Brady time, and he's intercepted. P.J. Williams still going all the way. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Ryan is the running back. Fake it to him. Burrow has a target in sight, and it's stolen. It's stolen by Denzel Ward, who cuts back at the 40, and he may be going the distance. A full 100 yards to glory.
After the block at the right tackle to the near side. Oh, it's picked off. He is gone. Kiss McKinney goodbye. Pick 6 for the Giants.
See Darnold's numbers there. Darnold with the key. Rolling. Throwing it. Overthrown, and it's intercepted. Picked off, and look out. This is Justin Bethel. Can they catch him from behind? They will not. Touchdown.
4-man rush. And that's going to be picked off at the 24 by Byard for the touchdown.
Quick throw is struggled, and it's intercepted. It's Jimmy Ward again. Ward stays on his feet. End zone. Touchdown.
He's going to come back and play. They've got a date at Seattle coming up, and this is a pick by Kyle Van Noy. Throw it right to him, and Van Noy is in for the touchdown.
Simeon stepping up. Past the sticks, dangerous throw. Intercepted. Darius Slay. Big play. Slay has done it again.
Roethlisberger with the time. That's intercepted. Here goes a terrific Hilton pick, and that is 6.
They try and get some. Middle of the field is wide open. Herbert.
Tip. Picked off. Surtain up the sideline. Can he get there? Surtain to the end zone for the touchdown.
Stafford fires. He's picked. Intercepted by Rasul Douglas for the touchdown. Flag on the play. Another interception. And this is Watkins to the end zone. But
Elect not to use the timeout. Yeah. Oh! Picked off. Touchdown. Whoa!
Can they keep the drive alive? Bridgewater under pressure. Headed as he throws. It's intercepted by Daniel Sorensen. And Bridgewater can't knock him down, and Sorensen's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
Panthers must get to the 30 for a first down. Newton's pass is picked off. It's coming back the other way. It's Michael Walker in for an Atlanta touchdown.
But that's the process of a 4-minute offense.
On the fake, Prescott pumps, throws, intercepted. Holcomb's got it with a pass to the end zone. Holcomb still on his feet, and he's in. Oh my goodness!
Fields from the pocket to the outside. Look out! Picked off Rasul Douglas. And Douglas will take it all the way for a touchdown.
Show how valuable he could be.
Tua throwing this sideline and is picked to the end zone. Touchdown, Brandon Eccles.
18-inch vertical, he would put it to work.
Lennon's pass picked off, and it's Alex Singleton who takes it all the way back into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Speaking of defensive scores,
I love that even more.
It's their championship today. Up by 11, 1:59 to go. Herbert looking for Cook. Intercepted. Thomas on the return. Down the sideline. Good night.
Empty backfield, four-man rush. And that is intercepted. It's the Marcus Lawrence. Down the sideline, he goes. And look at that. Into the end zone.
here they come. Book able to get rid of it. Is picked off. Intercepted. Nick Needham into the end zone for the pick six. Touchdown Miami. Andrew Van Ginkel got a piece to deflect it, and that's how it starts for young Ian Book.
Stafford throws an interception. Chuck Clark takes it back for the score.
Blitz coming, the throw, and it's intercepted. And that's going to be a Washington football team touchdown.
They've thrown it on fourth downs. Once again, Dalton to throw it.
Intercepted. Pat P. Peterson running. Breaks it back. Patrick Peterson. I got my interception this year. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jones from the gun, 3rd and 2.
It's picked. Intercepted. Howard. And he's in for the pick six.
Rams pressure is picked up. Kyler. Did he get rid of it? It's intercepted. It's David Long into the end zone for the touchdown.
Week 1 victory for Pittsburgh surprised everybody walking into Orchard Park and getting the win. Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Micah Fitzpatrick is an absolute ball hawk.
Under pressure, Goff hit as he throws. It was deflected by Kaiser White, and James Bradbury has his first Philadelphia pick, and it's a pick six.
Nobody's there to slow him down, picks up that momentum. Big guy to bring down.
Again, quick tempo, and picked off at the 1-yard line. That is Watson out in front. Snead to protect him as well. All the way for the touchdown. Unreal.
Spot. He knows that short slant is Michael Thomas's route.
Winston again.
Just firing now, and it's picked off again. Mike Edwards has it. Edwards looking for the end zone. One man to beat, and Edwards is going to go for the touchdown. 67 yards.
Tannehill empties the backfield on 2nd and 13. Has some pressure. Throws. It's intercepted. Matt Milano. Pick six. Buffalo.
And a touchdown out of empty. Eagles playing with pace. Hurts faking the handoff, the pass. Bat into the air, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Cisco. Cisco still going inside the 20. Cisco is going to score. Pick six for Jacksonville.
Thank you, Jen, and the Pete Carroll conversation. It was finished and physical. The defense has been physical as Goff has been sharp, but this is intercepted by Tariq Woolen, and he's going to take it back inside for a Seahawk touchdown. Wow.
Cardinals must get to the 37 for a first down. Murray throws, picked off by Luvu. Frankie Luvu down the sideline. He's in for a Panthers touchdown.
Get up, snap it around 22. If you get the first down, take a timeout.
Here it is at 22. Rodgers. He's picked! And this is going to the house. Jack Jones with the pick six.
Well, we talked earlier. Jack Jones with the fumble, 4th-round pick. I really liked him watching it, and we said earlier he's got an instinct for it.
Another 100 yards against the 49ers again for Cooper Kupp. This one is juggled, picked. There goes Hufanga. Hufanga, touchdown, San Francisco. Pick six.
Shotgun from Mayfield. Pump, hooks a pass, and he tosses it to the other team, Mosley. Down the sideline, Mosley cuts it inside. All the way. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Stafford to the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson, his first of the year, and a pick six for 26.
Dalton underneath, and is tipped, and interception. And all the way inside the 10 to the end zone goes Marco Wilson. Marquez Callaway could not hold on. Third and 10. Dalton steps up. Picked off at the 40-yard line. Isaiah Simmons. Simmons down the sideline. Simmons inbounds. Simmons all the way.
Empty set for Heineke on 3rd down. 4-man rush. Heineke hit as he throws. It is ripped away by Devondre Campbell. And he's got plenty of green grass in front of him. Devondre Campbell, pick six, Green Bay.
Not the start I think anybody anticipated for Taylor Heineke. He's always brought a lot of energy to the game.
Play number 9 on this drive. 2nd and 13. Quick pass is intercepted. Picked off by Amani, hooked up by Andrew Adams, and he's going to go the distance. Pick six for Adams, and the Titans lead 9-0.
You know, just picking up 5 or 6 yards, you know, per play here. They've got to be able to get it down the field.
Mills throwing, intercepted. Picked off in the middle of the field by Duron Harmon. Harmon up the sideline. Harmon is going to take it all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Second and total difference. That can win you games, literally win you games.
Walker on first down, it's picked off. What a play! Lorenzo Carter takes it in for a Falcons touchdown.
I think it's really hard to evaluate and give the guy a fair shot.
And only 7 first downs today. Pass over the middle, picked off. Tipped and picked off by Jonathan Jones to the end zone for the touchdown.
And Tennessee's starting to hit that stride.
Smith.
Oh, it's picked! What a play by Zaven Collins! And this game is flipped. Arizona with a defensive touchdown. Their 5th of the year to lead the league.
Just crushed their defense the last drive.
2nd and 18. Fields in some trouble trying to get it to come out, and it's intercepted. Okuda with the pick, and little one picks big one and takes it for a touchdown.
Slides up to the top portion of your screen. And in that direction, it's intercepted. He was throwing for Cooks, but Kendall Fuller has a takeaway, and that's a Commanders touchdown.
He'll be on the shelf in that one. And Browns fans hoping to get a little help. That pass deflected in the air. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Fields. And he is in for the pick six. It was Chase Winovich with a deflection.
Not only on how to get the ball to him, but how having him on the field opens things up for the other players on the offense.
They barely get the snap off before the play clock expires. That popped up into the air and picked off by the Chargers. Coming back with the football is Bryce Callahan to the end zone for the touchdown. And there's a penalty marker down.
It was a beautiful break on the football. The question is, did he make contact or not? But a beautiful job of reading the eyes of Derek Carr.
There is no foul for defensive pass interference. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Motion man Hinton. Fake it. Wilson. Intercepted. Picked off by Willie Gay. And Gay is going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Cousins. A dart intercepted, and it's going to be taken in for a touchdown. Julian Blackmon filling in for the injured Kenny Moore, and what an impact for the man out of Utah.
3rd and 4. Blitz coming. Prescott throws backwards and intercepted. Jenkins has another one. Racing down the sidelines. Rayshon Jenkins is going to win it.
And you see those first half possessions, 2 punts, 2 touchdowns, and a field goal. That's a good first half.
Quick screen, picked off. Touchdown. Kyle Duggar.
38th play in New England territory. Burrow off his back foot. It's intercepted. Down the sideline, Marcus Jones has got speed. Still going all the way. Touchdown, Patriots.
Side. Open the field up a little bit. This Dallas passing game gets even better.
On the fake, Prescott, little roll out, and it's intercepted by Sweat. Josh Sweat breaks a tackle. Sweat is gonna score.
I would want to give Squidward one day where his clarinet music is going. Oh! Look what's happening! Kobe Durant! Look at this! He's just taking it to the house! Spider! Dashing through the snow for 6 more!
How amazing was that, Patrick?
He's so happy!
6 defensive backs. Collins playing up front. It's Foles to the air. Intercepted by the aforementioned Collins. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. Pick 6.
Bridgewater guns it. Intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Duggar. Works the sideline. Stutter step move from Duggar, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. They have done it again. 39-yard return. 7th defensive touchdown of the season.
Eagles have all 3 timeouts. 2nd down and 8. Quick throw is picked off. Marshawn Lattimore read it. And a pick 6 in his first game back. It's the first interception of the season by a Saints corner. And it might be a backbreaker against the Eagles.
Ellinger from the gun as they play down 3 points. Ellinger, boy, trying to somehow escape. That pass is picked off. Intercepted. Jonathan Grenard in for the pick 6. Wow. 60 seconds left in the quarter. Mills sling it in, and it's picked off. Intercepted. Rodney McLeod extends. Touchdown.
He takes that all the way untouched.
Four-man rush. Prescott. That one might be a pick six. It will be. Touchdown, Washington. You believe that?
Tuesday. So this is 3rd and 6. Mahomes throws the cross. It is intercepted on the deflection. Brian Branch, the rookie, ties the game with his first NFL touchdown.
A lot of empty formation, trying to tire out the D-line.
Pass. Intercepted. Deflected and picked off. And running with it is Slay. And he breaks the tackle and gallops to the end zone for the pick six.
3rd and long. Four-man rush. Field stands in, delivers, intercepted. Quay Walker's got it. Looking for blocks. Walker still on his feet. Walker still going, looking for the end zone. Quay Walker is in. Touchdown.
3rd and 19. Jones gets it out. Barkley got hit, fumbled right in the air, and it flies into the hands for a touchdown of Deron Bland.
Just next man up.
Pressure coming again. Goff hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. There is Trey Brown, open to the end zone, and he's going to score.
Out of his own end zone, intercepted by Shaq Barrett. Fighting at the goal line for a pick six that just might seal the deal for Tampa.
Chubb splits out to the top of the screen. Quick throw and picked off. The deflection and intercepted by Highsmith. Touchdown. What a start for the Steelers.
Bills fans on their feet making noise on this 3rd down. Howell. And it's intercepted. What a play. Epinesa is going to go. First career interception for A.J. Epinesa, and it's a pick six for the big guy.
The shot play's coming.
Robinson motions across. Ritter's looking back to the right side and throws an interception. He threw it right into the hands of Darius Williams, who's going to take it all the way to the end zone. A crushing pick six just when the Falcons had the offense going.
Hawkinson to the wide side of the field. Cousins throws, picked off, and it could be trouble up the far sideline. Sam Franklin from the 1-yard line. Cousins trying to track him down. He'll cut it back, get a block, and he'll go 99 yards for the score.
Bill Belichick's staple in these middle 4 minutes around halftime.
2nd down, a lot of time. Jones just can't find it. Comes back across the field. This time he pays the price. Deron Bland, pick six.
This one's picked. Back the other way, Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon cuts back. What a night for the rookie. You think they love him in Seattle? How about 6 points? Touchdown Witherspoon, no flags.
All right, 3rd and 6. And they need the 30-yard line. Jones up, hit by Granderson, intercepted on the ricochet. That's Matthew for 6. It's a pick six.
Right now he's lined up on Tyreek Hill. Did a pretty good job against DK Metcalf. I know he gave up 1 touchdown.
On 3rd and goal to the end zone, picked off. Oh, the deflection. Giants with their 2nd takeaway. It's Pinnock. Jason Pinnock, 102 yards for the Giants' first touchdown in the first half.
Cameron people are too good for that. Dean's too good for that. He's undefeated.
2nd down, a throw.
Oh, intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt, and Cam Taylor-Britt takes it to the house.
Yes, he did.
In that Denver game when they came in late in that game.
White here. Chosen is in. That's picked off. And this may be a Troy Hill pick six, and it is. Hill takes it to the house.
Carr, 3rd and 10, steps up, fires, batted, picked. Oluokun comes up with the interception off the deflection, and Oluokun will take the ball close to the goal line. They are celebrating as if he is in there, and the official says he is. For the moment, touchdown. Another batted ball.
Can't wait too much longer. Those quick outs to the sidelines won't suffice.
Hoyer's long pass of the day is 15 yards, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Johnson untouched for the touchdown.
We'll get back to that play momentarily. First, Hurts taking and throwing back. Deflected, intercepted into the hands of Jerome Baker for a touchdown.
Cowboys bring pressure. Stafford sees it, fires one, intercepted. It's another pick six. Deron Bland has his 3rd of the year.
Goff started to his left, and he's picked. Intercepted by Marcus Peters. Able to stay in bounds. He's gone. I see no flags. Touchdown, Raiders.
That's Thielen on the move. It's a 1st and 10 and Young. Underneath, it's picked off. And here comes the veteran Kenny Moore. Chased by Young. That is a pick six. Touchdown on the interception by Kenny Moore.
They play back and they play in zone and they try and keep you from having the big plays.
2nd and 8, fake to Sanders. They come through. It's intercepted again. And again, it's picked off by Moore. A foot race. It'll be his 2nd pick six. His 2nd pick six today. 64-yard return.
3 wide receivers set on 2nd down. Pass deflected, picked off, and taken in for a touchdown by Kyle Hamilton. Browns with touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. Deflected, picked off, and taken back by Newsome. Newsome stayed in bounds. Touchdown. Wow!
Here's Bryce Young. He's got time here, and he throws, and it's intercepted. It's Deron Bland again. Bland looking for another pick six, and he's got it. It's his 4th of the year.
I mean, we've seen all these pick sixes all year, and you just...
From the Giants' 48. Howell under pressure, and then he will throw. Picked off. Isaiah Simmons with the interception down the sideline. Simmons into the end zone. Touchdown Giants on their 6th takeaway of this game. He returns it 54 yards.
2nd and 10.
There it is. This is history. If Bland can take it the distance, this will be the record. Bland for the 5th time has a pick six. It's never happened in the history of the NFL.
And what a call by you. You got me with goosebumps, Nance. That was unbelievable.
Seahawks need a big defensive play now.
Purdy, pocket constrained. It's a deflection. It's an interception. It's a big play. It's a Jordan Brooks touchdown.
That'll do.
Got Hill, bottom of the screen, wide right. Tua looks, throws, picked off at the 27-yard line. Eccles, touchdown. Boy, this place has had nothing to cheer about for a long time. And we'll see what Boyle how far he can throw it, if indeed he throws it, or they try a lateral or whatever here. Meanwhile, he just tries to get away from everybody, throws it into the end zone, into a lot of traffic, and there's a pick on the other side. And coming back from the end zone is Holland, and Holland is out to midfield, and Holland is inside the 40, and Holland is inside the 20. Can you believe this? That is insanity.
Falcons coming after Carr. Picked up. Picked off. Jesse Bates. He's got a shot. Bates to midfield. To the 40. To the 30. To the 20. No question. Pick six. No flags.
Rookie is lined up wide. The rookie out of Kentucky, their third running back. Oh, he threw it right to Van Ginkel. Goodbye! Another defensive touchdown for the Dolphins. Back-to-back weeks.
With Browning and a lot of that stuff, and now he gets another no-huddle shot right here.
And that pass is intercepted off the deflection. The Colts are going to get a pick six. Ronnie Harrison. 36-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Levis from the end zone, four-man rush, ball throws right into traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Sealer with a pick six.
So second down and 13. Oh, baby. Unbelievable. Jack Jones. They do it again. I mean, there are bad dreams, and there are crazy bad dreams. And for the Chargers, it's been that kind of a night.
Now the second receiver to Case Keenum's right.
Keenum looking for a big play. It's picked off. Intercepted. Elijah Molden. And it's going to be a pick six.
Short.
Flacco on first down, over the middle, and it's intercepted. Off the deflection, it's Tremaine Edmonds. Edmonds on the move. Flacco trying to make the stop. He can't do it, and Edmonds is in with a pick six.
Let's see if one of these linebackers wants to stay with Kyler Murray to discourage him from running.
Murray, step, deliver. It's intercepted. San Francisco gets the pick. It's Ward, high kicking it all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
Little chip shot kick.
Mahomes throws, and he's picked off. And this one's going back for a touchdown. 2 steps, 2 defensive touchdowns, and it's Jack Jones who had a pick six last week. Second down and 20. That is picked off. Adoree Jackson changing this game. Hurts in pursuit, will not get him. It's a pick six. Adoree Jackson.
Play action, fires, picked off at the 30-yard line. Ronnie Hickman. All the way. Touchdown. The Ohio State rookie with the pick and the score.
You'd think the Jets would be in trouble offensively against this Browns defense, but maybe a low-scoring game. Browns offense continue to shine.
Well, play action, a little flip there, and then it's picked off. That's Jermaine Johnson is going to take it all the way to the end zone. So in dire need of something great to happen, the Jets get just that.
One-on-one Wilson, miscommunication and a pick for Sidney Brown. And Sidney Brown's got room. Cuts it back. Inside the 40. Now he's upfield. He goes all the way for Touchdown! 98 yards!
Nickel secondary, 3rd and 11. They need the 45. Zappi blitzes on. Intercepted! Picked off by Douglas! Breaking tackles. Got a block. Finds a gap. He is gone!
Flacco. Pressure comes, gets rid of it. It's picked off. Steven Nelson takes it away, and he's looking to go the other way. Nelson has a convoy down the sideline. Touchdown. They run it. Flacco dials it up. Picked off again. Christian Harris is going to go. Back-to-back pick sixes. Houston, you have no problem with this defense.
Only has 1 catch on 4 targets. 2nd and 2 here, though. Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off, and no one in front of him. Darnell Savage. Touchdown.
They've been able to pick it up quickly, and it's been really, really tough for the Giants offensively.
Bunch formation to the right. Oh, wow! Ginkle, touchdown! Wow! Andrew Van Ginkel with the interception, and he takes it to the end zone.
We're just talking about him, Kenny. That's amazing.
On 3rd down and 6. Here they come. Gordon's coming. Levis gets wrapped up. Flakes it ahead. It's picked off. Tyreek Stevenson will give the Bears the lead on another defensive play.
Tua, pressure, look out. Forced to throw it, and it's going to be picked off along the sideline. Ingram, untouched. So Tua under pressure, trying to throw it away, not far enough. And another run back for a score.
A rough start the first couple of weeks for Levis as he goes to the air. It's intercepted. Jair Alexander high-stepping for 6.
And we have that.
That might have something to do with the speed.
Just a little bit.
2nd down and 9. Pump fake. It is deflected and picked off by Anderson. And he will take it all the way. Judon with the initial play. And then it fell into the arms of Troy Anderson.
His offense 2 out of 3 on 3rd down so far. Looks like maybe facing pressure. 49ers back out of it. Brissett given time over the middle. He gets picked off by Warner. Fred Warner climbs the ladder to get it. And now he sprints down the sideline. Inside the 10. He won't be denied. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Quick throw. Intercepted. Van Ginkel. Down the sideline. Touchdown. Another pick 6 for Andrew Van Ginkel.
Play action. Minshew looking. Throws intercepted by Surtain. Pat Surtain on the run. Nobody's going to catch him. Surtain going all the way for a Denver touchdown.
3rd and 12. Coming after him, Young. Just heaves it.
Somehow is caught for the touchdown on the pick 6. What a bizarre play that is. That's McCullough.
Nickel package here for Dan Quinn's squad. 3rd and 9 for Carolina. Dalton on the move. He tried to throw it to his own man. He threw it to the other team. Intercepted by Fowler. And he's gonna go. Touchdown, Commanders. Bring in the boom early.
First and 10. And it's intercepted. Jack Jones with the pick six for Las Vegas.
One timeout. Got to get something down the field.
Love, it's picked up. Now rolling out for the first time, and he throws an interception. It's picked off all the way down, and scoring for the Lions. It's Joseph. Maybe the first time we've seen the injury for Jordan Love, and Kirby Joseph has a pick six.
First and goal from the 6. Smith can't find anyone. Backpedaling.
Wow.
Throws picked off. Intercepted in the end zone and brought back out. Geno Smith picked off by Kitchens. Cameron Kitchens takes it all the way back. Now there is a flag around the 40-yard line. Kitchens, the rookie out of your alma mater, returns at 103 yards.
Jonathan Taylor standing next to Flacco on first down and 10. Flacco to the air, and he's picked off. Taron Johnson. Johnson on the return. Johnson at the 10. Johnson at the 5. Takes it in. A pick six.
And again, Petrie's out with that shoulder injury sustained in the first half. Levis has it intercepted. Jimmy Ward. He could go the whole way. He's got Levis to beat. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. The game has flipped.
Oh, Murray keeps it. Murray being chased by Witherspoon. Floats for Wilson. Off target to Kobe Bryant. And there goes Kobe Bryant. With a house call for Seattle. And a Marshawn Lynch homage.
And he obviously leaves, so the Giants will take over. Up 7-6 in this second. Here's Locke. Blitz is picked up. And now it's bought in the air. Overzone. Backs to himself. And he scores. Oh, what a play by DeMarvion. Overzone for the touchdown.
Calvin Austin is back on the field. Third down and 3. Wilson intercepted. It's picked off by Taylor Britt. Working the sideline, Taylor Britt could go, and does! Touchdown, Bengals!
Seahawks load the line and bring pressure. Rodgers has it picked off by Leonard Williams. Just the second interception of the Big Cat's career. And is he going to take it to the house? His old house. He sure is. A pick six. And he flips the game on a huge play.
From the 40, 4th and 5. Cousins. And intercepted. This could go all the way. It's gone. Still, you can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. 62-yard return. And a pick six thrown by Kirk Cousins.
For Jameis Winston, and when they traded Amari Cooper, he became the #1 receiver.
Winston is picked. Intercepted. Bonito. Goodbye. No flags. Touchdown, Denver. But Elijah Moore, it looked like secured it as he was headed out of bounds. Here's a pick. Intercepted. And that should end the night. McMillan the other way. Touchdown, Broncos.
This will go to the air on first down. Over the middle, and it's intercepted. Geno Stone on the run, looking for a block. Stone into the end zone. Bengal touchdown.
Play fake. Wilson, pressure. Has to get rid of it, and that's picked off the other way. Marlon Humphrey, pick six.
Clock intercepted. Picked off by Jesse Bates. And Bates will take it all the way for a Falcons touchdown. Second down and 7. And Locke looking. Ball deflected and intercepted. Taken back by Matthew Judon. The second pick six today for Atlanta.
Third and 3. Blitz coming. Picked up. Rush gets intercepted. Breaking in front of that is C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And a house call. Pick 6 to open the day. 70 yards, no flags.
Many things to address in the offseason. We'll talk about some of them for Cleveland. Zappia looks to throw, and he threw a pick. Threw it right into the hands of Nate Wiggins, and the rookie walks in for an early pick 6.
Herbert, pump, throw, intercepted! Eric Murray, pick 6! Touchdown, Texans!
Second and long. Goff, some pressure again, lets it fly high. It's intercepted, picked off by Quan Morton. Morton with some blocks, inside the 20, still going. Morton, pick 6. Third and 16, Mahomes rolling out. Looking, firing, intercepted! Picked off by Cooper DeJean. Gets a block. DeJean is in. Touchdown!
Play clock is at 1. They just got it away on third and long. Watch out! Picked off. There's Wright down the sideline. Gets a block. And now a touchdown. The former Viking. Pick 6.
They bring Ridley in motion. And Ward looking to throw. Has time. Throws it out of the backfield. It's intercepted. Kenny Moore is going to go to the house. A pick 6 right out of the gates.
Right there, the play before you get a first down. Play action pass, sneak in draws and stuff on second down.
It's a 2nd and 9. And Browning scanning, throwing, picked off, intercepted by Isaiah Rodgers, and he's racing down the sideline, and he will not be caught going the distance.
That they're not able to communicate across the board which guys are blitzing.
Need about 15 yards to get into field goal range for Nick Folk. Pass picked off! Taylor picked off! It's Jacob Jamel Dean who takes it all the way back for a Bucs touchdown. Dean returns it 55 yards.
Vita, man, love it.
Penix with time is intercepted.
That's completely on Penix. 100%.
Shaw Smith-Wade takes it in. On second down. Picked off. Lloyd again. Devin Lloyd. What a year. Still rolling. Down the sideline. One man to beat. Lloyd. Pick 6.
Motion Addison. Blitz coming. Wentz hit as he throws. Picked off. Intercepted. There goes Jalix Hunt. House call Philadelphia. His first NFL pick leads to his first touchdown.
Really for both of these two teams, both at 1-5. As Miami begins with possession, down 11 from their 30. That one is picked. Campbell, and he will waltz in for the pick 6.
on the first play of the second half.
Play clock at 1. They get it off. Blitz is coming. Mariota in trouble. Being ripped away. Stays alive. Throws it in the front. And picked off. Guess who? Deron Bland. One man to beat. Pick 6.
What I like is now the Saints offense relying on their guys, right? Alvin Kamara getting the ball more.
Second down and 1. Oh, wow! It's picked off and taken into the end zone for a touchdown by Anthony Nelson.
But there's a flag.
There is a flag out at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, 6'6", great size, great arm strength, and it's intercepted. This could be a pick 6 for Cody Barton. It is. 20-yard interception return for a touchdown. It was intended for Keenan Allen, and the Titans have taken the lead.
Deflected passes as any in the NFL. 3rd and 9. Sample the block. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Duggar. He's got room to roam. There's a block on the play by Herbig. You can't kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. Pick 6.
Said, what don't you see? A loss of 9. Mitchell dropped it. Picked off. Devin Bush on the return. Bush still going. Touchdown. A pick 6 for the Cleveland defense.
Ben Brown still at the left guard. Second down 4, and that is picked off on the play. Grabbed by Geno Stone. Blockers ahead, including Knight. He is in and a pick 6. 33-yard return. Super Bowl MVP with Baltimore. Brooks was the back. Flacco will go underneath. Oh, it's picked off. That's a pick 6. Kiss him goodbye. Marcus Jones. Our second pick 6 in this one. Going each way. And New England has captured the lead.
Robinson's back in. Here comes an extra body. Robinson picks up the pressure, and that ball is out of the hands of Kyle Pitts, and it's the veteran Justin Reed with the move and the touchdown. His first in 7 years, and the Saints are right back in it.
Mayfield fires. Did he hang on? Durant took it away. Durant's on the run. Down the sideline. Kobe Durant looking to cut inside. Touchdown. Otten bobbled it. Durant stole it. Great hustle by the Rams to throw a finishing block. LA leads 13-0.
Four-man rush. Stafford into a tight window to Nakua. Picked off by Mike Jackson. And Jackson gets the block to take it home.
He rolls. He's pressured. He's in trouble. Heaves it up. Oh, no. Ernest Jones. House call. He will take it all the way. A game-changing play from Ernest Jones. 84 yards and no flags.
From the 33.
Oh, my goodness. Look out here. Christian Benford. Gift wrapped the other way. Touchdown. What just happened? 67 yards.
Burrow is not shy to throw it to anybody who is in one-on-one situation. Burrow again kind of stumbles, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Van Noy. Then the handoff, it's Gilman. And Gilman is going to score as the Ravens Look for the knockout punch. 95 yards.
Some of him, but a lot of the offensive line.
3rd down and 1. Gino is intercepted. It's Derek Stingley on the return. Stingley with a touchdown. The Texans defense strikes again.
Quick throw. Picked off the other way, D. Winters. And he is gone. This is a pick 6. And this game's going to belong to San Francisco.
Season high 48 points Monday night against Indianapolis. Purdy's in the air right away. They jumped around. It's picked off. The Bears have it. T.J. Edwards inside the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown Chicago on the opening play.
It has been locking down the right tackle spot for a number of years, but McClendon has been awfully good.
Throw is picked off. Intercepted by Bates. It was high for Mumfield. Bates. Pick 6.
They know Burrow will be back and some changes they'll make in the offseason.
1st and goal from the 7. Burrow, quick release, has it deflected. It's intercepted. And the Browns may have a chance for a pick 6. Bush, he's got a one man to beat. He's looking for Myles Garrett for some help. He got some help. And Devin Bush will score. There is a flag, however, at the 40-yard line. 97-yard return.
Wow, they're going to throw it. Allen will float it. It's picked off. Intercepted by Antonio Johnson. And Antonio Johnson with a house call. First big play for the defense of Jacksonville. First NFL touchdown for Johnson.
It's a 3rd and 5. And lands from the pocket. Gets picked off. Off the deflection. And here we go with the run back inside the 20. McMillan is in for the touchdown.
A lot of networks knocking on his door, that's for sure. And if he wants to continue to coach, if he's let go, there'll be a lot of suitors knocking on his door for that as well.
Here's an interception for good measure. It's picked off by Bullock. And Rodgers is in his way, trying to make the tackle. Can't. And it's a touchdown, Texans. In trouble. That ball is up for grabs. Picked off. Back the other way, Jones. He is in for the touchdown.
They did get a substitution in there.
And they bring a pressure as well. And may get a knockdown as Witherspoon came under pressure. And Uchenna Nwosu is going the distance for a touchdown.